שלום, שמי חווה, וזה פרשת השבוע. רציתי לנגוע בפרשת השבוע באיזשהו מדיטציה, שאנחנו חושבים ביחד על הסיפורים שמסביב, like that are around us, certainly, but also I feel like they're the stories that are within. And so בא לי לדבר על איזשהו דברים, ואני מקווה like just read the story and see what comes up for you. Right, just even starting at reading the story itself. What in your inner sensing or in your awareness starts to be triggered. And השבוע הזה זה שבוע טובה, אני חושבת, להתחיל את זה, בגלל השבת הזה אנחנו קוראים וערה. וווערה, אפילו המילה, like what has been shown to you that's never been seen before. And this is kind of where we come in at the story. הסיפור מתחיל עם השם מדבר על משה. And he's reintroducing himself. He's like reestablishing himself, and in a new way. It's like this mighty God that's taken everyone out of Egypt and out of like it's like he's building this story. And you know, a lot of questions come up about סליחה, רציתי לעשות את זה בעברית, אבל אני רואה שהאנגלית שלי יותר טובה, אבל אוקיי, יותר בעברית. אז השאלות שנשארים איתי זה מה זה להיות בקשר עוד פעם עם השכינה, ומה, איך אנחנו רוצים לחשוב עליו. כי בסיפור הזה he's growing, like it's changing, השם פה הוא גיבור מלחמה, he's saying like people are gonna talk about the way that I took you out. אבל עכשיו הם סובלים. As you know, when we're in suffering, what do we want to happen to our oppressor? When we're, you know, like do you want to see plagues happen to the people that oppress you? And how ready are you to believe that like God exists, Hashem Kayam? And how able are you to grow or change or receive a reflection of what you want that to be? So like the presence is revealing itself in relation to the suffering that's happening in the people. And so to understand how to relate to this Hashem, like to these plagues, to this story, to this unfolding, we also have to relate to a nation that's being systematically oppressed. And what are their desires for their reflection of presence and unification in the world? And so there's something happening that's in the dialogue between, and I feel it's a really important meditation. זה מדיטציה ממש חשוב לחשוב מי אנחנו רוצים ורוצות שהשם שלנו יהיה, ואם עם השליח, עם הגיבור, I know, but שליח, Moshe בא, like, could we even hear it? And הכי חשוב זה המדיטציה לדעת את השם בעוד פרספקטיב גדולה, wider. אז אם בא לכם לקרוא את הסיפור, yeah, just feel it out. I really think we're here to expand our understanding of God and על מה שאנחנו יודעים על השם, ועם זה איך אנחנו יודעים את עצמנו. And I guess the last piece that's always really deep for me is to inhabit each of the perspectives in a story. So to really feel who Bnei Israel is, because that's why this is happening. They cried out for help. And do you identify with them? Do you identify with Moshe or with Aharon? Like, you know, is that the story you want to have, to be that representative? Or do you identify with what Hashem is revealing of presence, the ability of presence to work within a situation, and then to really pay attention to how it unfolds, the time that it takes to build. It's like, what's all that about? Anyway, זה מה שאני חושבת בשנייה הזאת. זה התורה, זה רק תורה, רק דברי תורה. זה מה בא in the moment, really. So, Shabbat Shalom from Yerushalayim, and let me know if this has any, I don't know,